all my little crystals in little baggies, and I have shungite. I'm going to use that to like clean out the water because I know it's supposed to remove fluoride, but I'll do the, what is it, like the clean water cocktail?
Smarty said he did that.
Yeah. Nice. I would clear them. I would clear them before use though, just in case any like negative energies are absorbed by them. That can happen.
Okay.
I mean, it's likely, but it's not. Don't worry about it. Just try to clear it before using them, kind of like your pendulum.
Okay, perfect. I'll do that. Yeah. And like a light bulb hitting it, like a light, love and light hitting it first.
Yeah, just kind of hold it. You can hold it in your hand, clear it just like you would your charm.
Okay,
I was wondering,
that's my puppy. Rosie, come here.
I was wondering, maybe you can charge them with also like entity busting hollows, and then that way it always holds the frequency of clearing out any negativity together with whatever you program it with.
That's a good idea.
Ooh.
Then you have a double one that's going to continuously basically bust out anything that's not good.
Very good idea.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the entity busters?
Entity busters, negative to positive. There's a whole bunch.
The black diamond. You could charge a piece of rock salt, or the rock salt. You can charge that with it. And rock salt actually cleans them too, or it clears them.
Okay, thanks guys.
That would be pretty cool.
There's also the newer one that Smarty put out that looks like a tree. I keep on forgetting its name.
New Life Hollow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one
I
too.
think Andy needs our help, guys. He said he's really weak. He was attempting to stay on the session. However, he's like really weak. So can we tag him back and get him together?
Oh, sure. Let's do it.
Tag. For strength, clarity, clear any entity.
Universal probiotics, universal bacteria. Done.
So the rock salt on some crystals is actually not good. It depends on the finish on them. So yeah, it can destroy the finish. So you can sip them in the rock salt, but don't do like salt water and soap can ruin the finish. But if you even just sea salt, if you lay the crystals in sea salt, or at the beach, you could just bury them in the sand for a little while and they'd be totally clean.
All right.
Oh, thank you.
That's good to know.
Thank you.
So
I always use it.
Beach.
I always just use a piece. It's like a, I forget what it's called. It's a big chunk of salt though, and I just put it next to it. Like
that's good. I thought you were saying like salt water, like that'll take the finish off. But dry salt.
Yeah, malachite, selenite, they dissolve.
That's thank you for mentioning that, because that's I meant something else. So I'm glad you mentioned that, so it didn't confuse her.
Do you put the crystals in the water or next to it, like the charm?
I just have a big chunk of salt. It's Himalayan salt or something. I forget what it's actually called, but I just place them next to each other. I don't put them in water. I keep them in the same bag together. A little pouch that I have.
Can't go in water.
It can go in water, but like you said, it can ruin the finish on some of them.
Yeah. Some of them have toxic substances on them. So.
Can we charge our salt lamps, our big salt lamps and everything?
Yeah, you could. That's a good idea.
Oh yeah.
Very good idea.
With a lot of love in it. Joy. Yeah.
That's great.
Smarty is making lots and lots of holos. Yes.
Yeah.
I put all the ones that were suggested.
I put hollows underneath my salt lamps. I have one that it's not an electric lamp. You put a tea light candle in it.
Oh, cool.
And I remember asking them a long time ago. I'm like, so if I put a charm or something underneath that, will that be absorbed and then will that be put out by the light? And he said yes. So I always put all of my salt lamps on top of something. There's a stack of hollows or a charm or whatever.
Cool.
Cool. Now you told me.
Hey, I have I just got an idea because the other day I put a lot of the Supreme Blue CPR all over the building because I was putting my intention that we will own that building. one day. And then last night I was thinking about it is because I saw the instruction that you talk to it, look at it and said, but it's already like stuck hidden behind the mirrors. And then I was guided to, what I can do is have the Supreme Blue CPR on my phone, talk to it, and they are all connected. So they will transmit all that messages that I was trying to, to manifest in all the stickers that I stuck on, hidden in the building where we occupy it.
You actually don't even need the sticker on your phone. You can do it telepathically.
Oh, okay. But they will transmit all the messages to all the stickers that I printed?
No, you're going to transmit your message to all the stickers.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you can do that. Don't limit yourself.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Kim, thank you for your guidance. I don't know, clarification last time on the last call. It was really helpful.
Yes, it was.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. I wish I remembered what I said.
Both
Both of y'all
a
have
lot
some
of
great
stuff. It
advice.
was all helpful.
It was inspired.
Those
It was
super
a-
blue, those super blue stickers. Sorry, those super blue stickers though. You don't nag them. I guess that would be the easiest way to put it, because I clearly remember us talking about that on the Real Truth call. Just set the intention once, and then the only communication they need after that is like, don't check up on it, don't just thank them, thank source. That's it. That's all you do. Like, don't nag them. I remember. I mean, Ken, am I right? I mean, we talked about that. Right?
Yes, there's no
right.
daddy. Are we there yet?
Yes.
Daddy, are we there yet?
Once the
Right.
intention is set, once the intention is set, it's all set.
All right. Thank you so much for the clarification.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I find interesting about that, Kim? And somebody was talking about set the intention and that's it. The whole daddy, are we there yet? What makes sense to me is when you put those intentions and that energy out there, it's almost like you're saying right now or immediately.
Yeah.
And it's like what Smarty has said before, don't ask now because you weaken your command, you weaken everything, and source is going to work on source timing. That's all there is to it.
Yep. Set it and walk away. Leave it alone, and then just thank it. And particularly when something, even the tiniest little thing manifests, you just thank it. That's it.
Do not even add another thing to this with your charms when you're doing your pendulum work and everything. Thank the pendulum. Much love to you, pendulum. Much love to you, source. Always thank before you go ahead and ask the next question.
I like that.
I do that actually because
That's what Smarty said
when
to
I
do.
thank it, it will stop and reset. So it doesn't. I don't have to wait for it to stop.
Exactly.
It'll reset it.
Exactly.
And it's also just
That
good
is
to
correct.
practice gratitude in every area of your life.
Yep, that's right. Power of gratitude.
Yes.
That's exactly right.
How about we tag and bag to reinforce gratitude nationwide and universe-wide because
Yes.
there's issues in that all over the place. So tag.
Done.
Let's also do forgiveness. There's a lot of people have a problem with that one.
Yes.
Right.
Tag.
Done.
Let's tag and back.
So anyone in the States noticing the money coming through from the SARA or any excitement? We've been told this week's so big.
No.
I haven't been paying attention. I'm just kind of.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
Keep my head above water.
I've seen a friend posted that she knows someone that the student debt was canceled.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
and a
that's
couple of
beautiful.
people chimed in and said that the same thing happened to them. They checked their credit score and saw that their debt was canceled.
Reinforce.
Across the board.
Yes.
Evidence
Student loan canceled. My student loan is
I'm getting job offers.
Good.
Tag and bag all the media to speak the truth and the truth room for all the media and government officials, and also the government officials to end all the the CCP virus.
Tag.
Done. When we see them all on fire, we'll know it's worked.
I want to go back to the love, forgiveness, and patience.
When that happens, let me know, because I really want to see them all on fire, literally.
Yep.
Let the
What
Persian
does Smarty
begin.
say? Zap their
Done.
asses? Sorry.
What were you saying, Ken?
Sorry.
I said, let the Persian begin. Done.
Yes.
Done.
Done.
Tagging back all the people that are having any kind of, a lot of people I took to having bladder issues, kidney issues, and anything in between. So I want to just tag and bag them according to source directions. Tag.
Tagging and bagging, I would like to tag and bag. My mom has a family that she tutors, and they all been vaccinated. So if we could just tag them to reinforce, because we've done it before, to reinforce the healing and removal of any and all toxins and transmuting it all to love and light.
Across the board.
Across the board, for people.
Across the board. Tag.
Done.
Tag.
Let's reinforce raising the frequency worldwide.
Tag.
Done.
And let's reinforce waking up the family members or other people that, it's like Jesus in his own hometown. They don't believe in frequency healing and they're missing their real healing. They'd rather go get an operation because they don't believe in frequencies. Let's tag all those people and wake them up.
Tag. Let's raise the human resonance. Tag.
According to source directives. Done.
Yes.
Tag.
Done.
Clarity and consciousness.
Tag.
Done.
Done.
Can we do racism?
Tag.
Done.
Universe wide. Tag and done.
Tag. Done.
Done.
Remove all discrimination worldwide.
That's a one.
Done.
All right, let's tag all the parents, the students, and the teachers. This last couple months of school is always the toughest on everybody. Everyone's pretty much over it. Let's tag everyone to end school in a very, however we want to put that. Who has a better way to say that?
We got it.
Done.
The summer. Done. Let's do the homeless. The destitute, those out on the streets living, trying to get by, all those everywhere, every last one of them, all the sheep, all the hurting, dying, rejected, abused, all of them. Tag.
Done. Oh, let's tag all types of slavery because that's pretty much everybody's life. So it ends and clears up.
Across the board.
Reinforce freedom.
Done.
Let's
Reinforce love and light across the board. Sorry.
What?
No, you're good.
Reinforce love and light across the board.
Done.
Tag.
Done.
I was gonna say reopen school safely so all the children can say happy summer to each other and that they can reconnect and bond.
Done.
And you know what? In addition to the children, let's tag for let's do healing from all the children, because there's so many that are hurting. They want to spend time with their friends. They can't see their friends because of this COVID crap, the masks, everything. So let's just do it where Daddy can do it in a beautiful, wonderful way and reconnect all the little kids with friends and have a normal, fun, healthy life.
Tag. Done.
Can we extend it across everyone?
Tag, yes, everyone reconnect. Done.
Let's tag to reinforce a command my daughter put out today just before she went to the store with her daddy. Tag removing any and all mask mandates worldwide.
Yeah.
Done. And with that, end of vaccinations across the board. We've just got approval that 12 children as young as 12 years of age can do it. So let's end that across the board.
Tag.
We also tag the shedding effect that's been happening with these vaccines too, that was talked about on.
Is that the spike protein?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Tag.
Let's upgrade everyone's immune system. Tag.
We tag protection for the children who's been at home and been exposed to abuse and has not had anybody to kind of talk up for them because they've been at home. So can we tag protection for the children's and voices for the children?
Yes. Yes. Tag.
That's the market.
Done.
Elena, you might be interested in this. I had a video sent to me today where they were checking a diaper and it contained nanotechnology.
Oh my.
You need to tag,
Tag him back.
tag all nanotechnology be removed from the planet. Done.
Cross dimensions.
I
actually tested
they were
Q-tips.
They were
I actually
talking about
tested Q-tips and tampons
And
today
blue mask.
after seeing that with you, and my God, it moved so much, so disgusting.
Creepy.
So tag him back.
Done.
I don't know if anybody, I mean, there was super soldier talks. They were saying it's not just nanotech, there's also femtotech and some other weird tech that's also used for some of these things. So can we just tag all of the technology used for dark agendas?
Done.
So we could be just reinforcing all of this because he's already done all this. We should be reinforcing it.
Reinforce.
Let's reinforce everything Smarty's been doing. Across the board.
Reinforcing.
Tag.
Reinforcing.
Done. Smarty said last week that he'd gotten rid of it all, but they've brought it back. So we need to constantly be doing it.
Right. Well, let's reinforce that everybody realizes what's actually going on instead of believing the old narrative. Tag.
Well, most people I know don't believe there can be anything in masks or the Q-tips or tampons or anything. So
There can be anything in anything.
Oh, we know that.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean
saying
that doesn't make any sense
warn
if
people.
somebody can't believe that, because everything has something in it. Everything, whether it's
But
good or bad,
Villains, all of it.
They
everything
believe
contains
vaccines are
something.
good
Yeah,
for us, so,
exactly.
you know.
Parasites, whatever it is, you know.
Yeah.
Brain eating amoebas.
Let's tag everyone to it. Reinforce clear mind. Clear mind.
Yes.
Realization of the dark agenda and exposing the dark agenda.
Done.
Clarity.
Tag.
Done.
Can we tag and
Full
reinforce everybody's
disclosure.
Yes,
Everything.
tag.
Yeah. No holding back. Full disclosure. Done.
Somebody I work with we were talking about this, and she said, I just refuse to believe that people out there are that hateful. So we have to encourage them to believe that stuff like that goes on. So it's like not even disclosure for her. It would be what that would be to take away the illusion.
Denial.
Yeah.
Well, denial is a big thing too.
Denial.
I want to create a nice world because I'm me. I'm just going to create it this way, which is true. But yeah, so erasing denial and reinforcing the ability to accept the truth gently and without too much shock to their systems, if that's what they need.
Right. Tag.
Done.
I
That
don't
also
think
kind of
it's
goes
just
along the
denial.
lines.
I don't think it's just denial. I think it's the fact that they've been, taught all the way along that medical and
programmed.
Actually do good things.
Programming. Let's reinforce breaking the program.
Yes,
Done.
reprogram.
Reinforce
Done.
breaking.
Reinforcing.
Reinforce.
Done.
We tag creating awareness that we're all high vibrational beings and that we're powerful and that we have the ability to protect ourselves and that we're co-creating all the time. That we have the ability to stay positive and create good things. And that means, protecting ourselves from any of these things that are going on.
Reinforce the realization of it.
Exactly.
Reinforce realization.
Reinforce. Done. Done.
I want to tag and bag all these false charities that go on in which the CEOs are the ones that are getting rich and those that are targeted are not receiving the monies.
Disgraceful.
Tag.
Into their accounts back to HOLOTECH charities that are genuine.
Yeah, reinforced integrity across the board.
Across the board. Tag.
Done.
And just to reinforce a willingness in people who are, for us, it's like unfathomable to think some of the things that people do, but I'm telling you, these people are like blockheads out there. So let's just tag and reinforce that they are willing to wake up.
Yeah. Good way to say that. Tag.
Done. Foolishness has to end at some point.
Somebody's talking. Oh, can't hear you.
Smarty?
Reinforce everyone feeling, seeing, and hearing the truth.
Yes.
I'm gonna out myself, and I know I'm gonna do this because I know I'm not alone, and the only one. And I don't know how to do this without just telling a little story. I hope we're not recording.
We're recording.
On the top.
Well, it's okay. It's for everybody. So even though I know what's right and I know about forgiveness and I know about love and all that, I still have these moments where I just say, fuck it, fuck you, fuck everybody. And I'm impatient and when I get that way, it doesn't feel good. But it's one of those things that it's more harmful to me because I know what it's doing, but I'm admitting that I go there, and I know I'm not the only one on the planet who does that.
I do too. It's called being human.
I know. I don't have a problem being human, but
I'll be like, man, fuck all y'all. I got shit to do.
Crazy man.
What did you say?
KVD, I think it's normal for you to have,
Yes,
the emotions to move and change, and it's what you do about it, how you deal
Yeah,
with it.
I understand
with
all
it.
that. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that it's something that, I mean, I have tools, but what about people who don't have the tools, And so I'm saying, reinforcing that, you don't have to live in that for very long. You step in, you step out, and I'm just noticing that I've had a couple of days of in and out of that kind of a lot, and that's kind of unusual.
Well, you're in a place to be grounding right now.
Well, that's why too. I'm exactly the same, and that's why I was telling Daddy before. Like, I don't think I'm a light worker because I'm not all rainbows and unicorns. I get mad, I cuss people, and I get frustrated, and that's what Daddy said. I'm not a light worker. I'm a light warrior because we fight.
Yeah, light. You don't have to be positive and be a light worker. You have to be honest and realistic.
Right. Think about it
Most
like
people
this.
get stuck. People get stuck in what's called toxic positivity, where they live in this sunshiny rainbow land, and they actually reject all of the darkness and the negativity without actually confronting it. And when something negative actually arises, they lose their shit because they can't handle it.
Right.
Toxic positivity.
It's a learning lesson, and not only that, you're releasing.
Exactly. Precisely.
Because
Daddy gave us these emotions.
Exactly.
Daddy gave us these emotions, so processing them is a part of the whole thing of being here. It's the experience. Life is experiential. You're going to feel those things. I think that's a great thing that KBD brought up. I think it's a good thing because every single one of us struggle with that.
Yeah.
Or if you even want to call it a struggle, just a process. It's a part of it. Like the butterfly, the metamorphosis coming out of the cocoon. We're all doing that.
So if you don't have some anger and indignation about some of the atrocities that are going on, you wouldn't be motivated to fix it.
Right. Because if you just live in that bubble like Alchemy was talking about, you're just living for yourself. And so who else do you have time for it? So the struggles that you're seeing, those human moments that you have, think of it as you being a grunt in the trenches, facing battle and combat head on. And yeah, you're going to get irritated with shit because you see going on around you left and right, but yet you continue to reinforce that love and light. Daddy hears us. He hears our plight. He reinforces us, refreshes us, and then sends us back out. All these other people, like what Alchemy was saying, that just live in, no positive, no negative. Yeah, well, how much work are you possibly doing if you're just in a bubble of comfort and, daisies and roses and sunshine all the time?
Exactly.
So yeah, when something does hit, you're just kind of like, I don't know what to do. Well, I wonder why. What have you been putting out there? What kind of work and affirmation have you been putting out there to really hit home and go, boom, look, I'm helping and a part of this humanity. You cannot be selfish or about yourself whatsoever in this line of work. It's literally, if you think you're a light worker and a light warrior, you better know what you're getting yourself into because it's not about yourself. You're really doing it for everybody else, even when you don't feel like
exactly right. So you guys, let's start tagging stuff. All right, let's get back into tagging all light workers and light warriors to handle all of their issues with ease and grace and with patience and understanding.
Tag. There you go. Reinforce.
Done.
Hold on. Let Smarty talk.
Let me finish. You're not even letting me finish. Check it out. Reinforce the last motherfucker to be paid so I can go the fuck home.
All right now.
Let's go.
Yes.
Undone.
And
that being said, there is one last individual that needs to be paid in order for me to go home. So thank you. Go ahead, carry on.
All right.
Right now.
Okay, I have another one.
Good news.
So you know how we were reinforcing source directives, all that great, so people are more connected to source. Can we disrupt? So what I was seeing was that there's this whole sheet, this whole field of energy between all the people who pray to the red-headed devil god, and that there was this field in between it, and if we just, I'm like separated so that their God doesn't even get their prayers and they can't hear them and they can't hear each other and just disconnect it.
Tag.
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 Done, done.
Can that even be done?
Well, I handed it to Source. He'll figure it out.
Smarty.
Yeah, we always do.
Yeah.
All right. We reinforce protection for all our Jedis and their families, that they are protected and always cleared from any evil. So always filled with love and light.
Tag.
I have a request because it's been really frustrating. My phone is getting jammed really hard. I can't even turn it on some days. And I know it has a lot of memory, but it keeps on saying that there's no internal memory. So for anybody who has electronic jamming, can we tag it for clearing again?
Done.
One thing for the phone that is out of storage, and I find out that the Telegram actually eats up a lot of storage space, and so you can just block your Telegram to access the permission to access your storage, and that will clear up.
Wait, how can you post it on source directives or something, please?
Yeah, just the setting, your phone setting to block the access for the Telegram to access your storage. Is the permission. Application permission.
Okay, I'll try. Thank you.
All right, let's go ahead and tag the collective heart and clear everyone's hearts out today.
Tag.
Reinforce done.
Let's remove all pollution. Tag.
Reinforce done.
Reinforce done. Go back to its normal.
What?
What is that?
What was that?
Food.
Oh, food.
Our food.
Yes.
Tag.
Reinforce
Along those lines, let's reinforce that the food, organic or otherwise, gets lowered in price instead of going up.
Tag.
Reinforce done.
Pendulums are supposed to make our food organic. Pendulums are
Tag. Removing the need for money to survive and eat and have shelter. Tag.
Done.
Can we tag all mothers for Mother's Day this weekend, at least in Australia, and that that the families that don't get along because of COVID, that can be put aside and everybody can celebrate a good day with families.
Strengthening the family bond worldwide.
Yes,
reinforce that. So many light workers I know, or people that have stood out, have fallen out with their families and that they feel on their own. So it's really important to, try and celebrate something together again.
Thank you.
Yeah, every life, every day should be a celebration.
Yes, it should. Yeah.
Especially since we woke up.
Yeah.
Yes. Like everybody standing in the park this weekend, protection for all of them.
Yes.
Tag.
Tag and bag all the people that have connection to tagging, like, well, for instance, my daughter died in an airplane crash last year, and the medical examiner said he was going to list them COVID because he would collect $1,600 for that. Let's tag and bag everybody to have a moral compass
And
to
remove that
go into their
money.
heart.
Tag.
Tag.
Done.
Done.
So we confiscate all of those funds.
Exactly.
Confiscate
Tag.
all of them.
Yeah.
Tag.
Tag.
Done.
Of course, done.
Done. Too much greed in this world.
Seriously.
Absolutely.
Tag to reinforce all of what has been taken from the dark ones, and that it be transferred over to all those who are of the light, so that we can continue our humanitarian work. To reinforce. Tag.
Done.
Can we reinforce ending all dark systems and anybody who's still so droned into it, giving them a new alignment back with source?
Tag.
Reinforce. Done.
Done. Let's reinforce source directives on the weather. This beautiful weather we've had. Let's reinforce it. Done.
Done.
Yes, thank you, source. Reinforce done. Thank you, source. Thank you, Swan.
Mhm.
Protect anybody who's still doing underground work to continue having, people, no, healthy way of life. Protection.
Reinforce all of our soldiers, benevolent soldiers' abilities, strength, and energy. Done.
Done. Of course, done.
Done.
I'd like to do a healing on my daughter. She has seizures when she gets really stressed out, which is usually at work.
Tag.
Can we extend it across the board?
Yep. Tag.
Reinforce my mother's healing, please.
What?
Reinforce my mother's healing.
Reinforce.
My
Reinforce
mother's
done.
Yes.
Done.
Reinforce
Done.
Stand across the board.
Done.
Reinforce done.
Thank you.
Done.
All right, let's do something for the animals. Let's reinforce all the healing of all animals and their ascension as well.
Tag.
Reinforce done.
Done.
Can we do a healing
Reinforce.
on, sorry.
No, go ahead. You're good. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, can we please do a healing on all individuals who are carrying hurt and pain from past lives?
Done.
Yes.
Tag.
Done.
Thank you. Done.
All accounts to be fully processed today.
Tag.
Done.
Done.
Thank you, source.
Thank
you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Source.
Hold on. Let's go back. Reinforce all benevolent accounts to be processed today.
Tag.
Done.
Reinforce all our previous healing.
Reinforce realization of your healing abilities. Done.
I want to tag and reinforce, upon Daddy's approval, the unveiling and uncloaking of all of Smarty's, those that would be approved, Smarty's benevolent crew and his ships, that they uncloak more.
Yes.
Tag.
Hit squad.
I have here a tag from Tracy. It says, can someone put a command to the group to reinforce heavy love blankets to all people suffering loss of loved ones, please?
Tag.
Tag all emotional suffering whatsoever.
Yes.
Tag for more
Joy.
more individual opportunities for all of us to practice healing with mind only without having to use our powers or anything physical, light and frequency energy only, and with individuals so we can get the response from the person healing. That's been helpful. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Tag.
Done. And let's use source directives on those people that call us and they transfer their dark to us and don't even realize it, that we can transmute it, or according to source directives, we could just tag it and be bagged and sent to source before that even problem comes to us.
Yeah.
Good one.
Done. Let's disable all dark arts across the board. Tag.
Done.
Somebody had a request of something about age of consent. Raising the, oh, let me get it. Where is it?
Raise the age of consent, then, and make sure we don't have any more underage sex going on.
All states, every country, every border, everywhere.
Yeah.
Done.
But we also have to, there has to be disclosure about those who have been breaking the laws, because those of the light don't usually break the laws. It's the dark that, you know, breaks them. So disclosure and stop it.
Execution, all of it.
Reinforce done.
Done.
Okay, thank you.
According to source directives.
Yes, reinforced done.
Done.
All right, let's go ahead and tag to remove hate all across the board and replace it with love energy.
Tag.
Remove all greed. Tag.
Replace it. Done. And replace with generosity.
There you go.
Done. Reinforce service to one another.
Yes.
Tag.
Done. Reinforce done.
Reinforce done.
Can we tag all the children that are in foster care, that they find loving families that will love them and care for them?
Tag.
I'd like to tag and bag shutting down all nefarious activities having to do with animals, like dog fights and cock fights and bullfights and all those kinds of activities towards animals.
Slaughterhouses, all of it.
The remaining tiers of the redemption process be completed in full.
Done.
Thank you, Source.
Done.
Thank you, Source.
I see a lot of businesses with help wanted signs up, and they're closing because they can't get the help. Because people are getting paid better staying home. I don't know how to word that.
Reinforce abundance for those that are losing their livelihood.
I'm having my blood draw.
Done.
Reinforce done.
Okay, reinforce abundance across the board for everyone. Tag. Reinforce. Hold on, real quick. Reinforce ending the cabal's last-ditch efforts with source intensity.
Tag.
Can we tag to shut down all industrial pollutants and industries that pollute?
Yeah.
Tag.
Tag and bag Patreon for taking down truthers and withholding their funds.
That and all media. Tag.
All big tech, all big tech. All of them.
Across the board. Done.
Tag all internet gurus who are lying to the people.
Yes,
The
yes.
internet gurus that are lying to the people and handling them and exposed.
Yes.
Done.
Can we tag forgiveness for all those who have been wrongfully accused of any crime?
Done.
Tag.
Can we please tag the end of pornography, snuff films, and the dark web, please?
Tag.
I have a question.
Reinforce the end, the IRS.
We feel good.
Sorry, he rubbed your spotlight there.
The IRS. That's how we all feel about the
I grew up on VeggieTales. Yes. So veggie, I swear they were ahead of their time, right? Because whoever created that, there was one, I'll never forget it. I busted up laughing. So VeggieTales is all about these little vegetables, that animated vegetables, just going about life and doing their thing, and they're cute as hell, right? And it was like good, wholesome, funny, like truly funny shit. Okay, and one of the episodes, I forgot which vegetable he was, but the guy from the IRS shows up at the front door, and the mother vegetable like opens up the door, and he's like, "Hi, I'm from the IRS." She slams the door on him. that whole cartoon segment.
It was Larry the cucumber.
They were so good, man.
They are awesome. I'm telling you, Kim's right. If you can get anybody to find VeggieTales, fine. And Kim, funny part is, I tried to find the whole collection, right? Because we had all of them when I was a kid.
Yep.
They're expensive now. That's like a creme de la creme kind of like show to put your kids on. It's awesome. I love it.
Still have a few.
I know, right? I know. Newer ones aren't the same though. They're not the same like they were back then. I still remember the silly songs. My mom and I will get together, and me and my siblings were just like,
that was so funny. Hi, I'm from the IRS.
I love that shit.
Well, let's reinforce all of less wholesome cartoons and programs for our children to come back.
Right, like Captain Planet.
I have a can we for those who are stuck in their jobs and can't find a different way out, but they hate their jobs, can we reinforce that they find their calling?
Yes.
Also reinforce everyone to be able to earn an income without any malevolent interference or man-made laws.
Yes.
Can someone tell me if there's, or what, I don't know how nuclear energy works, but is there a good point to the nuclear power plants?
It's crap.
Their good side?
Crap.
No.
People said nuclear waste is not actually waste, so that's something to think about.
Yeah, it's
energy.
crap.
What do we do to clean it up or shut them down? Or
It's already shut down and cleaned up. Next.
thank you.
I heard about that.
Done.
Thank you. Done.
Okay, so
Thank you, Smarty. Thank
The
you, sir.
Taliban just popped into my mind. I don't know if that's still a thing, but let's tag all that mess. Whatever overseas Taliban. Anybody? Is that still? That's still a thing?
Any evil,
funded
all
from
evil.
the dark state.
All tourists. Tag.
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 Done either way. I would like to tag all electronics, anything made that when you plug it in, it's automatically grounded, and like these grounding pads that you can lay on and stuff, that just by touching these things, it's helping you to ground throughout the day.
Yeah.
Tag.
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 Can we tag for everyone who wants to own a home and have and for their families that they may have abundance to be able to do so?
Thank you.
Reinforce.
Reinforce, done.
Working on that.
Can we tag and put love blankets around all the little newborn babies about to come into this mess until it's cleaned up?
Tag.
It's a mess.
Tag.
Reinforce all the mothers to have the wisdom not to have them get all the inoculations. Tag.
Tag.
Done.
And let's tag that the medical professionals, the nurses and that don't vaccinate them when the parents have said they're not to be vaccinated.
Right.
That's still.
Exactly.
Tag.
Done.
Can we tag again or reinforce the source directives for all medical workers? Because a lot of them are so brainwashed and so overworked, they can't even see beyond what they have to just do.
Tag.
Reinforce.
Done.
Can we tag to just eliminate all harmful vaccinations?
All vaccinations, period. Are
Done. Can we please reinforce the end of medical kidnapping of the babies when the parents refuses inoculations?
Yes.
Tag.
Reinforce stopping all kidnappings for dark purposes, especially.
Tag.
Can we just put an extra love and light blankets around Smarty so he can finish everything so he can go home?
Tag.
Reinforce all the healings for anyone on the planet who think they have COVID or in the hospital told they have COVID.
Tag.
Reinforce.
Done.
All right, y'all, I gotta bow out and go do some sessions. So you guys, good luck.
Bye.
Have a good rest of the
Bye.
Have a good rest of the
Bye.
Okay. Love you guys.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
I'd like the tag to purify all the drinking water coming into our homes.
Reinforce.
Done.
Can we reinforce healing of anybody suffering from any diseases?
Reinforce.
And tag and reinforce clean air and the exhaust becoming, I guess, water vapor across the board if it's possible.
Reinforce.
Done.
I'm not sure if it's been said, but can we tag and reinforce love and forgiveness across all families?
Reinforce.
Done.
I can bag all that crap in grocery stores, the arrows on the floors, the tannoys telling you to keep your distance, people doing, shunning themselves out of the way because they think they're going to catch something from you.
All the
that-
propaganda. Yeah.
Wrap them up in
Control
line.
measures.
Done.
Across the board. Your carne asada dinner. We have corn-
And I'd like to go carne asada dinner. I just would like to tag on to geez, I lost it. Sorry, my memory.
Tag.
Was that Dory?
Daddy knows. Done.
Done.
My
Dory
kid came up.
Finding Nemo?
Finding Nemo. Is he still lost?
Is that Dory from Finding
Has
Nemo?
anybody found Nemo?
Dory.
I like it sometimes. Yeah.
Smarty, can you turn
Thank
up your
you. Thank you.
microphone? I'm having trouble hearing Smarty when he talks.
Me too.
It's all good. It's my stuff, but I'm taking care of business, so carry on. No worries.
Okay.
My child brought up something from school. She reports that some of her teachers actually have the reptilian eyes, and they're the mean ones. So can we second back that the teachers that teach are actually in alignment with source, and the ones who are of the dark get flushed out quickly?
Remove them and replace them.
Remove and replace.
Removed and
Remove and
replaced.
Done.
The board.
Thank you, Source. Thank you,
I'm
Source.
placing a force field protection around all those children that go to your daughter's school. Done.
Yeah.
Done.
There was also
Done.
one more. She said some of her classmates, there's apparently one good one and at least one or two bad ones with the children. Again, the same thing. She started asking questions and now she's reporting this one and this one. So I don't know what to do about the children that are reptiloid.
Well, as long as they're of the light, they'll be fine. Majority of them are being brought up in such a way where they're returning back to source and source directives. The dark ones will be exposed and will be removed, period.
Okay.
So that being said, don't worry about it. We'll just hit the situation with love and light, and if need be, they will be removed, period.
Okay.
Tag.
Tag.
I'm hungrier than I thought I was. Thank you.
I watched the video you posted yesterday, Smarty. I watched the whole thing. Can we remove or reverse all of the Mason ideas, all their laws?
Yeah.
What they're believing in, change all of their beliefs? The light, the source. I don't know how to say that either, but is that possible? Everything's possible.
Marty, we can't hear you.
I didn't say nothing, but yes, anything is possible and done.
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 Let's deprogram the collective conscious. Done.
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 Can anyone read Paula's request? Tag all people who own disease patents, like the COVID and others, and tag the prophets and delete them, all the source of their malevolent income, and send them to source according to source directives.
Tag.
You got that?
Done.
I'd like to tag and bag everybody across the board that they regain their common sense, because nobody seems to have any common sense anymore.
Hey,
Nothing common now.
I just got a text. I just got a text message from a company saying that they will process all my stuff and they know everything that I'm doing.
Thank you.
Let the money flow.
What company?
So we're going back to PayPal?
Can you say what company?
Fuck PayPal.
Who is it?
Where are we going?
I'm not going to say it only because people are monitoring.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
I heard the same thing.
Congrats.
There's a healing from Maria. Somebody said in the chat she was dying. She's going to do a healing for her. Maria was dying.
Oh, that was a joke.
No, that's a joke. I'm dying over here.
We'll still reinforce that doesn't happen. Tag.
Done.
Love you guys. That was awesome.
I reinforced that too.
Reinforce.
Hey, this will work.
Can we return back to like us as humanity being childlike again? Not like, I remember it was Elena saying, not childish, but childlike, having that joy inside of us.
It's the only way to be.
Happy feet.
It's the only way to be.
The imagination of a young child.
Enhanced.
Worldwide, done.
You know what? I say I have the best gig. I get paid to sing and dance and play with my children all day. And I wish everyone had that. It's such a joy. It's not even work, you know, and just to have that joy for love and work in what we do.
Along the same lines of regaining that childlike innocence in all people, I think we are seeing a lack of a lot of people who have forgotten their bravado, their ability to speak up on their own, to make decisions on their own, to stand up against what is wrong on their own. And they want to go into the guru syndrome a lot, and rather than their own inner strength. So I'd like to tag in bag right now that everyone receive full force source strength for that.
Done. I'd like to tag to bring back laughter and happiness to everyone's lives.
Done.
And can we bring back nice music, happy music with frequencies that are good for people?
Yes.
Across the board.
Well, while we're at that, why don't we go ahead and also tag to revamp all the magazines that have been so influential on young people all the way into adulthood, so that the publications are cleaned up and cleared out of all with all the manipulations and the cabal stuff in them, the false ideas, and then take it from that further into media. The whole photography industry and the film industry, all of it needs to be completely revamped with and cleaned out.
And the clothing industry.
Yes. Fashion, all that.
Tag.
Done. Tag, going off that, can we also tag that those who go into the fashion, the arts, the, I don't know, acting, are allowed to do it from their heart instead of being enslaved into a system where they actually, or actually anybody, where they actually went in with good intentions and ended up being slaves and manipulated and broken?
Remove all the spells.
Yeah, a lot of that's going to get fixed with what we just did about personal strength. Okay. They're going to have the ability. In fact, that's one of the things on my humanitarian list, is to help these actors know how know what to expect, what could come around, and how to handle it to eliminate it from being in the equation at all, and maintain their personal integrity and center. And go for the, use their.
We're going to reform all of that so they won't have those issues, period.
Yeah.
There you go.
Matter of fact, we already reformed that, which is why Hollywood is bleeding.
Yes, of course. And thank you, Smarty. Thank you, Source.
Thank you.
Done.
I have some TNBs from Cheryl. She's driving. So said, let Source send all beautiful visions of the plans he has for the planet. So reinforce that. Tag.
Done.
Let's reinforce, let everyone be sent understanding and know their individual unique talents they offer the planet. Reinforce. Done.
Reinforce done.
And reinforce negativity, tag and back negativity, and change it to God positivity, to not give up, and to reinforce persistence and motivation to always find the solution, and trusting Source no matter what you're going through or how you're feeling.
Yes.
Reinforce tagging, bagging anyone with any kind of fear. Change that fear to love and light, truth, and a new understanding.
Can I request healing for removal of COVID from countries like India, Brazil, where the medical system gets overwhelmed when there is any pandemic?
Tag.
Can we reinforce the truth about the real numbers that are sick or whatever, because it's mostly fake? So let's tag.
Let's reinforce the end of all lockdowns and open the public back up to do whatever the hell they want in public outside.
Done.
Tag.
Done. Source.
Transparency across the world.
Tag.
Done.
Can we please reinforce that everybody can find who are struggling to find rental places right now, to find one that's affordable, because everything has been the prices are shooting up right now.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Yes, tag.
Affordable.
Done. To reinforce shelter for all worldwide.
Tag.
Energy tells matter what to do. We are the most powerful there is. So we're telling everything what to do. Done.
All right.
Done.
Tag reinforce done.
Reinforce all the things that we tag times a billion. Done.
Back to the rentals. Tag all the landlords who would rather have empty places and have a write-off than actually being reasonable and giving people a break and renting them the space.
Tag.
I want to tag all the kids that are very young. They're just early teens, and they want to have plastic surgery, and they want to have bigger breasts, and they want to have sex changes. You know, can we just tag that there's common sense?
Tag. Move the programming.
Tag.
Confidence and love and light.
Yeah. Tag. And on to that, I was in a store and there were two little 9 or 10-year-old girls, and they're standing there pulling on all their features and saying, well, I want to have this done and I want to have this done. And I walked up to them, I put my arms like out, not touching them, but like, and I just said, do you know how beautiful you are? And you know, you're growing, and just I said, you're just so beautiful. And they just looked at each other like they've never heard that. May all the children know that they're beautiful.
Done. That was beautiful.
We should reinforce the end of self-loathing due to the industry putting all these skinny models on magazines and TVs and so distorting the view of everybody.
Done.
Right before I got on, I saw a video of there's some pretty bad things, I think, happening in Colombia. I don't even know much about it, but there was a lot of government shooting, and it looked like a really unsafe thing happening there. If we could just put love and light protection around those people that are going through that disturbance that's happening there.
Also exposed all the dark ones involved. Done.
Yes.
Done.
Love your hat.
That's right.
That's what we all need to be wearing when we're giving these tagging bags, our conductor hat.
Right.
Hey, I've even got the train.
Nice.
Wow.
That's cool.
Can we tag and bag all the areas where they actually did put the COVID passports in effect? And I know I heard that Israel and Saudi Arabia are pretty bad. So there's probably other places, and they're starting concentration camps in some places as well. So we can tag and bag that and cover everyone in love and light blankets.
Yeah, let's
Tag everything COVID related.
Yeah, reverse everything with source intensity. Tag. Done.
Done.
Can we tag that everybody has a high moral compass after this is all over, please?
Let's reinforce the removal of big pharma from our planet entirely.
Can we reinforce the removal of big AG from our planet too? Speaking of removing big pharma, no.
Tag.
Done. Can we please reinforce that what we call now alternative healing be the mainstream healing?
Yes. And also let's put Ayurvedic medicine and all plant-based medicine up there too.
Frequencies.
Frequency
medicine.
Done.
Done.
Can we
reinforce exposing all natural remedies that work with source intensity?
Times a bit.
We know how frequencies work, but there's also natural stuff that the people need to know about.
Reinforcing all of the people around the world that are going into martial law to not be afraid, to know that it's source protection and we're all going to get through this together.
Done.
You know, on that note, I'd like to inform all you guys that there's no way we can fuck this up.
Yay! It's so scary sometimes. Thank you. Thank you, Source.
My mind.
Thank you, King.
Thank you. And we strengthen the family unit totally, so that it's working from the heart, from the family, moving it.
Bound with love.
Reinforcing.
Can we tag any and all children that are unborn and those who have yet to be conceived, that they come into this earth? No abortions, removal of all of them, and stopping anybody's agenda who may want to abort, stopping it before it even gets the chance to happen.
Reinforcing.
Reinforcing.
Can we
Let's
please
remove all the
reinforce
programming.
the
Removal of,
highest possible timeline for all of us?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that one.
Oh, can we please reinforce that we have the highest possible timeline?
Tag.
Done.
We already have it. That's why I said what I said. There's no way we can fuck this up because it is source directives. What we're doing is participating in manifesting it a lot faster than it was originally supposed to manifest. Understood?
Yeah.
Yes.
There we go.
We understand.
Done.
Reinforce.
Done.
Done. Smarty, has organ donation, stealing the organs, has that stopped worldwide? The organ harvesting?
What do you think?
No.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, good. Reinforce
Done.
evidence of it all being
Exactly.
Reinforced evidence.
Done.
Reinforced. Done.
Let's reinforce unity across the whole planet.
Tag.
Tag.
That was the one I forgot.
Blankets.
Thank you. Unity.
Reinforce heavy love and light blankets for my crew that are working directly with me because they are all under attack as we speak. Done.
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 Yes, done.
Resilient.
Tagged me in my dreams the other night. I tried to.
Can we tag and bag? I've been picking up that it's a no, and maybe everybody else can too, that this thing that people have been talking about shedding, I heard from Daddy that it's a no. This whole shedding thing, that if you get around a vaccinated person.
Smarty already took care of that.
They're all neutralized.
Okay, no, I was gonna say.
It's all bullshit. It's designed to keep people away from each other.
Yeah, it's a fear.
Scare tactic.
Fear mongering with clarity instead.
Thank you, Smarty.
Thank you.
We reinforce to remove all fear worldwide and just wrap them up in love and light, please.
Done.
Yeah.
Let's remove all the effects that fear has had on people. Because even if they don't fear right now or in the moment, they still have all that programming and let's remove all that crap.
It's crap.
Reinforced all that.
Reinforced.
Done.
And I'd like to reinforce that for the bullies in our families, that we knock them in the head with Floyd's stick and take all that fear out of them and replace it with source knowledge and wisdom and love.
That's right.
Can we tag all those people who would prefer to communicate with their news source, the zombie box, instead of their family?
Tag.
Done. Can we tag the mainstream media going down once and for all?
With lying intensity.
Done. Increasing everyone's knowledge around the world to better understanding of what's going to be happening.
Tag.
Tag.
Thank you.
Connect everyone.
If we
to the
only knew
Akashic
what
record.
Smarty knew, we wouldn't be so worried sometimes.
We will. We're getting there.
We are
Getting there.
so close.
Yep.
I'm not worried about us. I'm worried
Reinforced.
about
Done. Tag.
Done.
Reinforced. Done.
Can we tag all the people
Fine,
that
yeah.
are waiting for Jesus, that keep telling me they're waiting for Jesus online and in person, that they believe and understand that he's already here?
That he never died to begin with.
I have to bow out and go pick up my kid.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.
Hi, honey.
Love you.
Have a good day.
Hi.
Bye.
Bye.
I talked to a neighbor the other day and told him that Jesus was already on the earth. They looked at me like I was crazy.
We all are.
We all are.
Yeah, yes.
We're just unique.
So let's try to force that people do know that Jesus
Only in
is
their
on
eyes.
open their eyes to that and their ears and their noses and their asses or whatever we have to open.
Their hearts.
Well, Jesus never died. He never got killed. That whole, all the Bible has been converted into like cannibalism, basically.
Yeah.
The control of religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's reinforce that ending too.
Just a thought.
Done.
Done.
So
Reinforce exposing the religious communities for what they really were about.
Yes. So quick question, would wearing the cross, is that somehow counterintuitive? Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want
Since I was never crucified on the cross, what do you think?
I wouldn't want to wear.
The Kabbalah wants you to be reminded that your savior got killed, which never happened to begin with. So the cross is symbolism that they keep reminding you that you're a slave to this idea that not only are you a sinner and that you should, like, you know, somebody had to die because you're that horrible of a creature, but that he also died. And that's what the symbol is there, to constantly remind you that you're a sinner and that your savior died, which neither are actually true.
okay, that was really well
The
explained.
Kabbalah, that ancient cult of Kabbalah, they love their symbolism, and that's exactly what the cross is.
Yeah.
And what about the inverted cross? What does that mean then?
They're really
Yeah.
The opposite.
That's a satanic.
I love you guys.
Maybe we tag him back for spiritual awakening.
They had a cross inside of the pyramid in Egypt, and what they were going to do is bring it out with this fake Jesus to act like the second coming, but we shut that shit down like 10 years ago.
Awesome.
Okay.
Wow.
They're still waiting
So
for
Smarty,
people.
can we? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, they're still waiting for Jesus to get here.
Yeah, and they were gonna use spacecrafts and dark space, you know, ships and shit like that. But the joke's on them because we're gonna do it anyway, but it's gonna be authentic.
What's going on?
It's gonna be real.
It's real.
Can we tag him back?
Tag
I
him
can't
back.
wait.
Done.
Marty, can we tag him back?
You use a manual
Spiritual-
machine?
Can we tag him back for spiritual awakening for everyone across the board?
Tag.
Done.
I have here a tag and bag from Tracy. She's asking us to reinforce truth serum for all celebrities and everyone else pushing the get the job propaganda to stop.
Reinforce.
Reinforce.
Done. Across the board.
Heavy love and light blankets to our Supreme Commander for all of the attacks that he's been having from the dark side. I learned a lot last night in that video. I feel now where you've been, what you've been going through. So heavy love and light blankets.
Tag.
Smarty.
Love and appreciate it.
We have our full support.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I had no
got so
idea.
much. It's all good. We got so much to look forward to, and you know, you can't stop source directives, period. That's why I say, no matter how I talk or how I sound or how I look, we can't fuck this up.
I love it.
No way.
Already won.
Man.
Bring it on.
Smarty, are all your ships gonna land at one time?
Not all of them, because there's no room.
There's too many.
Great.
Will you let us know when it's gonna happen?
There will be some landing and some stationary all across the world. What we're doing is we're seeing evidence on just how it's happening, and being the fact that we're being attacked in so many different ways, and it's trying to stop what we're doing. It's only ramping up what we all want, which is full disclosure, mass unveiling, and so on, wealth transfer. As far as when, we are allowing the process. That's all I got for you.
No. I said, will you let us know when it's going to happen?
You won't be able to miss it.
It's a surprise.
Okay.
Like a thief in the night.
Not even if you're under a rock, because the fucking planet's gonna shake.
Done.
Because I feel like I am under a
Let
rock.
there be light.
No, you're not. You're not. Everybody's gonna see it no matter where you guys are at. The people that are participating and staying in contact will be the first ones to notice it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very exciting.
Well, I only live an hour away from you, so I'm hoping I get to see it.
Everybody.
Hope is lack of faith. So you don't hope. You have faith that you will.
That's right. That's right.
Visualize.
Reinforce faith across the board.
Yes.
Done.
Done. And clear minds across the board and stronger connection to source across the board. Reinforcement done.
Let's remove all suicidal thoughts from anybody, or any thoughts that cause people to hate themselves, or anything that causes self-consciousness. People have a sense of belonging across the entire planet.
Replace with love thoughts.
Remove
Beautiful.
that, and also remove doubt.
Done.
What, Smarty? Say that again.
I said remove that and also remove doubt in your ability, in daddy, in yourself, in others. Because humanity is worth fighting for, and we're going to prove it.
Yeah.
Unreinforced.
Done.
Can we tag Jedi's friends of ours here right now that are feeling under attack? Can you fill them with love and light right now and protection?
Right. Well, let's clear the entire group of any negative or dark influence or attacks. Close all portals. All of that. Cloak them, whatever they need. Let's hand it to Source, and he can, fine tune that for them. Tag.
Raise the vibration of all the prisons and the inmates' forgiveness both ways, and for their ease in their rehabilitation and of their spirit, of their purpose, and upon release, ease in their life to once again welcome. Love.
Also reinforce that people who are not guilty, or people who didn't do anything wrong, according to God or Source, that they be released.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of people in jail that didn't really do shit.
Done.
We reinforce the guards that mind them or look after them, and the top are good to them, because a lot of it is still about money. So tag.
Done. Removing all fears when Smarty and the crew show up, from everybody seeing it, so that they aren't afraid.
Oh, there's going to be some fear, all right, especially in the dark one.
All your ships are going to be
Smarty.
Putting out love and light.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do. They're going to beam love and light. The only ones that will be afraid are the dark ones, because they're finally going to realize the gig is up.
Let them crap their pants.
That's right.
I hope they
Crapping out of pants.
Smarty, when I was on vacation,
they didn't believe me, and a lot of individuals are finding out the hard way that I'm real. Now, once we do fully uncloak, then the rest of them were going to be like, holy fuck, he's real.
Yeah. It'll be all
How
over.
many more left?
You already took care of that CW character, right? That
CW.
guru
I know who she's talking about.
that was telling everybody.
Charlie Ward?
Yeah.
Yeah, their series and all
Who's
that, their
that?
serial numbers.
Nobody?
What's that?
You got it.
And people.
What?
I'm just playing.
Who's that talking?
I know.
Carry on. What's next?
Thank you.
Let's reinforce EBS.
The EBS.
Yeah.
What did you say, Smarty? I
Say
can't
again,
hear
Smarty.
you.
Done.
I said, carry on. We don't talk about crap around here. What's next?
EBS.
Have some of your ships,
Reinforcing the EBS. Like,
EBS.
Reinforce EBS.
Done.
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 Marty, question, have some of your ships
Reinforce.
gone straight down into the ocean? Are they hanging out underwater there?
Yes, we are everywhere. You can't miss us. Reinforce evidence of Nasara, because that the EBS will prove to everybody that's waiting. Because unlike us, we know the shit is done.
Right.
And if you're in this group and you don't know that the shit is done, there's something wrong with you, not me.
Yeah.
That means all this time you didn't learn shit.
He learned, but we're living with people that don't know.
It don't matter. It don't matter. Like I say, like KBD said, fuck y'all.
I need some smarty lips.
Done.
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 Let's help them wake the F up.
Yeah. Hit him with the stick.
Hit 'em with the wake
So
the fuck up
hard.
stick.
There we go.
Done.
Done.
All right, let's go ahead and round up all the remaining satanic Illuminati dark groups across the board and have them publicly executed. Also reinforce removing all their symbolism.
Done.
Can't hide
I want to
forever.
see them too.
Come here.
Done.
Say again.
Done.
I said I want to see them hung.
Done.
Done.
I want to see them done.
Done.
Reestablishing, go on, Rhonda.
Reestablishing weather patterns according to source directives.
Yes.
Reinforce.
Tag done.
Reinforce ending all weather modification.
Yeah.
Manipulation.
Reinforce everyone's ability to see multidimensional and the energies that you guys are tossing around. Done.
Done.
Yes.
The more and more you participate and you heal and take action, the more and more you will see and witness what I've been telling y'all.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. You're the best.
Thank you, Daddy.
Done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Daddy, for a wonderful crew.
Thank you.
Thank you, Daddy, for a wonderful crew.
Thank you, Daddy.
Thank you,
Done.
Smarty, I have a question. This has been bothering me for quite some time because in the healing group, I have seen people having troubles with their relationships or marriages, and they were asking for reinforcement for us to influence their partners to love them again or go back to them again. And when I asked my pendulum, I was told not to do that because it's not honoring the free will of the partner.
That's exactly correct. So the only thing we can do on a massive scale is reinforce everyone's source connection to their source chosen partner. Otherwise, we will be interfering and it's not allowed.
Yeah, that's what my thing is. How are they gonna meet the source partner? The partner.
Daddy, hello.
Hello.
Reinforced, done.
Done.
Reinforced, done.
Reinforced, done.
Daddy and the love connection.
Yep.
The love boat.
Hey, and he's got a lot of plots and twists. So just let's see what happens.
Yes.
Rabbits.
I know it might happen at Smarty speed like you.
Right. The good thing is that things are happening a lot faster, and the more and more we do things, the faster all of our pain and suffering will be a thing of the past. So let's reinforce.
Thank you, Smarty.
Let's reinforce moving into our new reality full of life, love, and abundance across the board.
Reality.
Knowing done.
Reality.
I can already feel the peace. It's just not here yet.
Well, thank you for clarifying that and giving me peace of mind that I was not helping those people.
Well, as long as you feel like it's not here yet, it's not going to be here yet for you.
That's right.
Yeah,
It's tough living in the 3D world.
You can't think like that no more. Just remove it. You have to realize that Daddy is in control no matter what. So, you know, even when I myself get frustrated and say, why this, or why are you letting them do this, or why letting that, you know, blah, blah, blah. Then I got to sit there and Daddy's just laughing at me. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm sorry. My bad.
And, you know, we're not in the 3D world anymore. We wouldn't be experiencing the veils dropping and the truth coming out if we were.
Right.
Don't get caught up on all the,
that's for sure.
don't get caught up on all the mumbo jumbo and all that stuff, because you guys know the truth. It's within. It's here.
It is. It's the brain that drifts.
Just because other people think in 3D does not mean we are in 3D. We've actually entered 60 6 months ago. So we've been in 60. You just can't. Speaking of which, tag to bring up and catch up everybody's consciousness and way of thinking up to 60, and that they see and realize all of it. Tag.
We're going to 6 now.
We are.
in 7.
I'm in 7 already.
6 or 7.
7.
I thought we were stopping at 5. I didn't know.
Keep going.
I'll reinforce that.
We've been in the 6th dimension for
we're in
quite
6.
some time now, which is why you can see more and more ships. And now, if you guys notice, the ships are letting themselves be captured on film, video, and photo. And why is that? Because I've been dropping the veils and we've been reinforcing the visualization of them all, right or wrong.
Right.
Okay, so that being said, the more we do what we're doing, the more faith that we have as an individual, and being that we are across the fucking planet, we're doing this in record timing, like I said.
Can I share a healing that happened with me today for another person?
Go ahead.
I was talking to a friend of mine on the phone, and she's hundreds of miles away. And she said, I hate to do this. I don't know why she felt that. She goes, but I have to ask you, can you heal me with my shoulder? My shoulder is killing me, and I'm trying to feed all these animals, and it feels like maybe something going through my neck. So I took a few just moments and directed energy and love and light around her completely, and a little infusion of heat to break up knots. And she literally gasped and said, I feel this heat. And then and she said, thank you. She goes, I don't have any pain, no more pain.
Nice.
Beautiful. You've got the power.
It happens. I just want to share that because this happens. Beautiful. This is what we can all do.
Yes, absolutely. Positively.
Good job. I have something to tell you.
So wonderful. Yes.
So Smarty, can I ask a question? When you're moving like, quickly, and you don't have time to sit down, or, we're not as quick as you. What do we do when we see, we're on the street and we see all these people that are crippled up and or homeless? I was in the city yesterday, and what do we do to be effective in those cases?
You simply put the command in forward. That's it.
Just mentally.
Yeah, you just ask Daddy to help them and put the command on what you want to see take place, and that's it. Done.
Done.
You know, the only one, the one that's letting me do everything is Daddy.
Right.
So you know, if I didn't have Daddy, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing. So I understand fully, well, not too fully, but I understand how Daddy works. I don't understand why he don't grant me some shit sometimes, but it's cool.
It's almost crown time. Right, good.
Well, thanking Source, thanking Daddy is so important, and that's like what Julie and I did immediately. It was like we felt such gratitude in that moment, and it was something we could share together to Daddy, to Source.
That's right. I wake up every day. Thank you, Daddy. You know, and when I get in trouble, he puts me in the golden cube, and I sit there. We talk about things, and then he lets me go again. But if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing. We're using his love and light energy to do what we're doing, which is why it would not be stopped.
Right.
Now, you know, there's different groups out there that say we can do this and we can do that, and let's do this and let's do that, and then what happens? They start to fade away because one, they weren't chosen to do what they were doing. They just took it upon themselves, and two, there's no energy behind it. So, being that we are on Source Directives, we're able to do wonderful, beautiful things for each other and humanity. And no one can interfere, even though they attempt. You see what happens.
Yeah.
So
there's no darkness where there's light.
That's right. So the more and more we participate, the more and more everybody pay attention to what I'm saying, whether I'm, you know, whether you're easy to train or hard to train, it makes no difference to me. I already got what I need. Now,
Marty, I have a question.
Hold on. It's all up to you on if you're willing to forget everything you learned to pay attention.
Yep.
That's it. That's all it takes. Once you take that leap of faith, you'll be like Don and Rich and Kent and Stephanus and Kim, and you'll be doing shit that you yourself thought was impossible, because that's where they're at.
Correct.
Go ahead with your question.
Yes.
My question,
Thank
Smarty.
you, Daddy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Daddy.
You're the best
Daddy.
brother.
Thank you.
Daddy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Smarty, my question is in regards, it's been a while. Hello, everybody. It's been a while since I've been on. It's great to see you.
You too.
My question is in regards to people who, I guess it's more, are we still going to be seeing family members and friends passing from all of this, or because they've taken the jab, or is it going to be that they're here and they're going to be able to move forward with all of us?
The answer is yes and no, and here's the reason for it. Because everybody, whether you interfere or not interfere, but whether you do what you're going to do, they were either chosen to pass away because their life was either to help you wake up, to help you remember, and also for you to experience the things that they taught you in order for you to become a better warrior, if you ask me, because at the end of the day, that's literally what we are. All of us, no matter how you look at it, we are like the most benevolent super force in this universe. And this is why we're going through what we're going through to get us to that point. Now, I want you to understand that even if your loved one passed away, it's only an energy signature. The chamber will bring them back.
Is that real? So how the crystalline chamber, is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
even if they don't have a belief in it or they don't have a connection?
Don't matter to me.
Good. That's extremely good news. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
so I plan on bringing people back and torturing them.
You're funny.
There you go.
You remember me?
Leave it to you.
Remember all that shit? Now look at you. Now you're stuck forever.
Hell yeah.
Not even sure if he was joking.
Right. So it's going to be a wild ride for a lot of us.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, we all learning and experiencing the things that we are learning and experiencing to make us better humanitarian force for the rest of the universe. Now, you got to wrap your head around what I'm saying. We don't stop working here on planet Earth.
Right.
All
Yep.
right.
Universe. Yeah.
All
Agree.
right, carry on.
Go.
I would like to reinforce the end of all censorship, shadow banning, and everything interfering with the truth spreading out.
Done.
Done.
Oh, there's a request again in the chat from Tracy. Can we reinforce all receiving source approved healings, integrate them with ease and acceptance, and have faith that all will be taken care of? Done. Tracy, commission. Just joking. Oh, she keeps saying thank you every time I read them. So I'm like, commission. Just joking.
Reinforce all of our memories to speed up.
Done.
Come to us.
Yes.
Done.
Okay.
Done.
All right. Go ahead, Gail, and then we're gonna end this this session. You guys did a wonderful job. I gotta get ready to go into a meeting with Daddy. Things are happening. There's one more individual in the way. I wouldn't say in the way, but
No.
that has to be taken care of before I can go home. So I'm going to focus on that. That
Go
being
get 'em.
said, Gail, go ahead, and then we'll end.
I want to put an end to all the cruelty that's being done to animals, the cows and the pigs and these feedlots and they can't even
Horses.
turn around.
Yes.
All of it. I want them to be able to have a normal life and be happy.
Also for the humans and all cruelty across the board.
And all
Done.
Board.
Done.
Done. Consider it done. Love you guys. Have a good day, night, morning.
Bye,
wherever y'all
everybody.
at.
Done. Thank you, everybody.
Have a good night. Bye, everyone.
Love you.
Bye. Bye, everybody.